Suggestion number 1 to a student coming to college, whatever your age, make an effort. Get to know at least one faculty member well each semester. They can serve as future job references. They can serve as recommenders to graduate school. Most important of all, by far, is they will help you to engage with being a student at your college or university, whatever it is. Second example, get to know your advisor, who may be very different from a faculty member. Your advisor could be one of the key people in your life at college. She or he can urge you to take a certain class or match your interests more effectively with how you live your life on campus. Third short, concrete suggestion. There's compelling evidence, I certainly have found it in my interviews with students, about the value of taking at least one small class every semester. People can argue about what does the word small mean. I'm going to arbitrarily choose the number 20. But if, maybe it's 25, maybe it's 16. But a class that forces you to speak up. And I can add an additional point there. Everyone these days talks about the benefits that come from having a diverse group of students. I certainly agree with that. But the key point is, how can a professor capitalize on the diversity among students if no one talks? No student will hear another student's perspective. So it's almost as if that's a bit wasted, the diversity. So seek out small classes. Next, choose classes, at least some of your classes, where you can make adjustments, mid-course corrections. Don't choose a 30-page final paper history course. Choose a history course that has 10 3-page papers, because if you screw up your final paper 30 pages, too late, course is over. If you screw up your 3-page paper in week 1, you've got 9 chances to fix the problem. Clearly, that's preferable, plus you'll learn more. Finally, 2 more closing points. The first is, classes are not the whole college experience. Rather, how many hours are there in a week? 168. Most people don't think about it. 7 days, 24 hours a day. 168 hours. Well, how many hours a week do you spend in classes? Well, typically 10, 12, or 15, something like that. So the big majority, 90% of your time is outside of class. Make the most of it. Don't waste it. Learn some new skills, public speaking. Be healthy, do exercise, eat well, meet new friends. That's that. And then my final suggestion is something that may or may not be obvious to many undergraduates, and that's make an effort. Reach out. Find people who disagree with you about something. Don't just repeat having all your friends in high school, most of whom probably agreed with you about most things. However you feel, pro-life, pro-choice, whatever your view, find someone who disagrees. You may feel, immigration policy, you favor X, someone else prefers Y. Great. May everybody prosper. The big point is, by finding people who disagree with you and discussing ideas, you may not change your mind. But for the first time, you may say to yourself and to all your friends, for the first time, for the first time, I really understand why I believe what I believe.